The Lao People's Democratic Republic is a country in Southeast Asia with one of the region's highest levels of forest cover. Forests play a crucial role in mitigating climate change, protecting biodiversity, and in the country's economic development. However, Laos's forests have diminished dramatically in recent decades, from an estimated 70% of the overall land surface in the mid-1960s to approximately 47% in 2015. The main threat to forests is conversion to other land uses, such as agriculture, hydropower, and mining, which often results in illegal logging. One of the main challenges to the effective protection and sustainable management of forests is the weak governance situation in Laos. Furthermore, Laos is classified as a least developed country and has limited capacities for monitoring and enforcing its laws. An important element in the Lao government strategy for addressing this situation is the forest law enforcement, governance and trade process known as FLEGT. Since 2017, Laos has been negotiating a FLEGT Voluntary Partnership Agreement, or VPA, with the European Union, or EU. A trade agreement which, once signed, will set out the commitments and actions of both sides in their efforts to combat illegal logging. Although Laos only exports little amounts of wood or wood products directly to the EU, it has traditionally been one of the largest suppliers of logs and sawn timber to regional markets in Southeast Asia. This means that Laos has been missing out on added value to its wood exports by further processing logs and sawn timber into finished products. For Laos, the FLEGT VPA is about more than just legality. It's an opportunity for change, a chance to reform its forest sector and strengthen its domestic timber industry. Since 2013, the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development has been supporting Laos in the preparation and realization of the VPA negotiations via the program Protection and Sustainable Use of Forest Ecosystems and Biodiversity, or PROFEB, implemented by GIZ. This includes a multi-stakeholder dialogue process between the government, the private sector, and civil society organizations. One of the key objectives is to set up a National Timber Legality Assurance System, or TLAS. In 3 Lao provinces, trial testing of TLAS elements such as timber legality definition, supply chain control, and verification of compliance is underway. As one of the main outcomes of the FLEGT VPA process so far, in 2016, the government issued Prime Minister's Order Number 15, PM15, prohibiting the export of logs and semi-finished products.
มันจุดดีของมันอยู่บนว่าหลังจากที่มีโครงการมาซอยกับคำสั่ง15นี่แหละอันที่1แล้วมันสามารถเฮ็ดให้ป่าไม้ของพวกเขาหั่นยุติกันตัดไม้ทำลายป่าแบบสะสายว่าซั่นซะเพราะว่าสามารถส่งออกไม้เป็นไม้ทอนผู้ใดก็บ่อยากมีการปรุงแต่งแล้วก็มีแต่ส่งออกเป็นไม้ทอนเฮ็ดให้ท่วงทาของการตัดไม้ทำลายป่านี่มันเพิ่มสูงขึ้นเนาะแต่ว่าภายหลังมี15ออกมาปั๊บเนาะแล้วก็มีการปรุงแต่งไม้เป็นสำเร็จรูปแล้วจึงเห็นว่าได้มีการตัดไม้ทำลายป่านี่มีการลดลงเป็นเทื่อละก้าวเนาะก็เห็นได้จะแจ้ง
Several companies in the domestic wood processing industries in Attapeu province are receiving support from GIZ in setting up an internal quality management system for sourcing, processing, and distributing wood products based on adding value in legal timber operations.
ถือว่าโรงงานเฮานี้ก็ถือว่ามีโครงการมาสนับสนุนช่วยเหลือให้มันถูกระเบียบหลักการแต่ถือว่าโครงการ GTZ มาฝึกอบรมให้แก่โรงงานเฮานี้และก็แผนกอุตสาหกรรมสมทบกับโครงการ GTZ นั้นแต่เพื่อว่าสุกอยู่นักธุรกิจให้มันเข้าระเบียบหลักการของคันเทิงว่างออก
Regardless of whether timber is exported or processed and utilized domestically, it's important to ensure the legality of the entire supply chain. To guarantee their legal origin, timber products must be traceable from harvest onwards throughout the entire supply chain. To do this, timber is closely monitored from the harvesting site to the point of processing. The companies in the supply chain are required to keep track of incoming and outgoing timber. Every unit is registered in the internal management system in order to maintain a transparent flow of timber and ensure the timber remains traceable throughout the entire process. This begins when the timber arrives and documentation of legal harvesting is checked. Documentation continues during each processing step, thereby preventing any illegal timber from entering the process. When the product is ready and about to leave the company, the timber is marked and the corresponding documentation is attached to the product. This ensures that the domestic or foreign retailers can verify the legal origin of the timber products. Additionally, operators are required to regularly submit forms documenting their due diligence, and local authorities enforce implementation by conducting unannounced inspections. Laos is still in the early stages of the FLEGT VPA process, but first impacts of the ongoing reforms of its forest sector are already visible. An increasing share of added value remains in the country and benefits the national economy, creates jobs, and will contribute to reducing poverty. It is already apparent that companies now have better access to timber resources. While Laos was exporting more than 1 million cubic meters of logs and sawn timber to processing markets such as Vietnam in 2015, exports dropped to less than 100,000 cubic meters in 2017. Legality in the forest sector and the improved reputation of timber and timber products originating from Laos will enable the country to directly access new markets such as the EU. Creating a robust TILA system that guarantees the legality of wood products from different sources in the country requires time and resources. Only with joint efforts by all stakeholders can Laos move forward towards achieving eligibility for FLEGT licensing and establishing itself as a competent and competitive player in the market for legal timber products.